I don't see why Cyberg would automatically gravitate towards what Scully would suggest. Absolute bullshit. Fags are very desperate. Very desperate to get people to interview, and myself, I don't give a snit. You know, and the thought of thinking Carl too is gonna agree to do the that's, I mean, it's funny. It really is funny, honestly. Anyway, well, I guess I'm ready to start this now, because I don't see Rack commented.
I'm gonna comment it right as you right in the middle of it.
Yeah, she's like, aw, done already? Thanks, dude.
How many times is she gonna join after you're done with the CNR news? It's always happens every time.
Excellent timing. Mouse timing, I tell ya. Timing of a hawk.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death. So you better vote for someone. Now, smiles, everyone! It's showtime! Let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
Good job, Dane.
Wrong.
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time. Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman!
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Who did it? Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be two killers.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
Hmm? What do you mean?
The transfer student. Maybe our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
Hello.
Valera.
Hi.
Yes, just in time for the third class trial. Yes.
Surprised you haven't started yet.
Guys, I didn't want them without you.
Aww.
Oh, good. I haven't started.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
Are you streaming?
Yes.
So, ritual did work?
Who was resurrected, I wonder?
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back. Yes. Rantaro was resurrected. The culprit is the late Rantaro Amami!
Please stop it!
I was just going by what it said on the Discord name list. It doesn't say that you're playing a game.
Oh, snit. Excellent. Why isn't it doing it now? Streamer mode? Oh, there we go. Okay, it works now.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates!
No! So, ritual. That's wrong!
That was easy. Very easy start to this class trial here.
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded. According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us, you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
Remember what I said.
What'd you say to me?
Remember what I said last night?
What'd you say?
That if you get stuck for 3 to 5 minutes, I'm giving you a hint.
Do you remember the stream rules?
I don't care about the rules.
The stream rules are, if someone gives the streamer a hint, unsolicited, then they must suck the streamer's cock, and if they refuse, then they have to suck Harvey Weinstein's cock. So, it is a mandatory
So she must have been killed
punishment
before the ritual was complete.
if that so
since the book was
would
still
happen.
intact.
Alright.
Nope.
Plus,
Going to think
Except for
Rantaro
Mala.
probably not culprit.
Oh,
gotta put some
I guess
respect
you're
on the
right.
streamer's name. Alright, if you don't, then you've gotta follow the stream consequences.
Well, duh.
I've
There's no way
seen
a
the
dead
streamer
person could
play this game.
resurrect.
And the streamer is excellent at this game.
Now
Alright?
hold on a second.
Most of the
can't
time,
let
but
that
every so
comment
often you get
stand.
stuck and stay stuck for like 10 minutes.
Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to
Hey,
life.
PSP's gotten stuck for like 30, alright?
But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let
What
me
time did
use
y'all
it to
start?
bring Monodum back to life.
Like 7 minutes ago.
Monodum is still alive, though.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodum's corpse.
We'll go until 1.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was
Why?
actually possible this whole time?
2.
Hopefully I can
There's
find
no way it's possible.
XD.
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened
If
is.
y'all, how am I missing out if y'all didn't start at 10:30?
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then
Uh,
blame falls to one
I said
of
you
us.
almost missed out.
Hank said I did.
Who did it?
Owned her.
Step aside,
Pushed
Half
it in
Pint.
chat.
I'll handle this.
Wait, am I even talking on stream? Hello?
I said you're missing out.
Yeah. How can I be missing out on anything if he wasn't streaming?
I don't know about
Yeah,
Tenko,
29
but I'm
views.
pretty fucking sure
He was.
Kyo murdered Angie.
Hey, am I talking on stream? Punk fool, fog, punk, idiot, fool, punk
I
fool,
got
Say something?
punk fool, idiot,
Yes,
idiot,
yeah,
punk.
yes, yeah.
Okay, good, good.
Tank, he
done
said-
with me, creep
Tank,
show.
he said he didn't stop
I already
playing
know
until
what
like 10
happened.
minutes ago.
Ah, look at the frame rate.
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kiyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kiyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in, and murdered the fuck out of Angie! Booyah! I'm a fucking genius! The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kiyo's research lab. Which makes you so automatically.
But katana, you see.
That rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo. I did not care about
some katana.
Just admit it, you shitty worm. You went to the classroom, broke in.
What? Okay, well, you didn't break in. I know that's wrong.
I was wrong!
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kiyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kiyo, automatically.
But anyone could have taken
that katana, you see. That rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo. I did not care
about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm. You went to the classroom, broke in.
Yep.
Wrong!
Letter V.
No, Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab. Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
Oh, how clever!
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Tsumugi, and Himiko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie. I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Yeah, of course!
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Tsumugi, and Kibo.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
You mean one of those 2 people? 'Cause a robot ain't people, Jack!
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
Whatevs! The culprit should confess already! Gonta, Keyboy, or Tsumugi? Well...
No, not Gonta! Gonta would never kill Angie!
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone! Torture Gonta if you don't believe!
torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the
This
culprits.
is the FPS killer right here.
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez.
FPS already down to 33. This
I'm not the culprit.
Not the culprit.
We must consider other possibilities. Surely there must be suspects outside the student council.
Great student council!
That's utterly impossible.
A dead chick
Not
can't
just
be the
anyone could open
culprit.
that door.
Why?
Only student council members had access.
I don't know who the
I
culprit
didn't know
is,
robots told such boring lies.
but it's definitely not me.
Is that a robophobic remark?
Wow, after 500 years, they finally made it official.
colony.
We must consider other possibilities.
Robert Wagner.
Surely there must be suspects outside the student council.
Council!
That's utterly impossible.
Bob
A
Wagner.
dead chick
Not
can't
just
be the
anyone could open
culprit.
that door.
Why?
Only student council members heard it.
I heard it!
I think I heard the name, but I don't know. I don't know his face.
No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie. The culprit was me, all along.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins. And it helped. I feel so much better.
Oh, apparently he was on 2.5 Men.
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
He had a recurring role on there.
No, he's lying.
He also
I think.
played
Maybe?
in Austin Powers trilogy
He's lying.
films
I'm certain of it.
of Austin Powers.
No, definitely not a
That's
lie.
why
I
I don't
killed
remember
Angie.
or know his face.
Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did
And
you lock
he's
the
also
room?
has a recurring role on NCIS.
Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
What different method? Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was. That's it! The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a certain tool.
Who is the protagonist now? Shuichi?
Yes. He's the protagonist.
Anyone else die?
Yes, the feminist and the religious, the religious person. I have no idea what this slit is.
How did they die?
By shots to the head, neck rather.
Both of them?
Yes. What is this?
What weapon?
One was a sickle, and the other was a katana, a snitty katana rather.
A rusted one?
Yes.
Yeah, that should hurt.
I see it!
I see it.
The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock because...
Yes, there was some snit's
Because when the
motive
katana hit the lock, some of the gold
to
leaves
revive someone who got destroyed, which never happened.
The gold
Never
leaf on that
happened.
katana did peel rather easily.
Somebody got destroyed before that could even happen.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with a katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigies hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the
was
ritual,
the
then
shit.
it must have been for a different purpose, right?
What, the hung effigies?
All of this. First, you guys were solving a mystery about who got in the library or something, and now it's about this.
Yep, it happens every time someone gets destroyed.
So who was in the library thing?
Well, the library mystery. Well, that gets cleared up at the end of the game. He was really in the library.
Skip. Skip me or Roma. That's it.
No, Mew did no wrongdoing. triangle fuck replacements.
He killed someone.
On some DSP snits. Ah, come on, the game didn't explain that.
Oh, those were the decision things.
Yes. $50-50 shot. That's all. Nothing I could do. Shitcocks.
No! Oh, come
Oops.
That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy spun?
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist.
Yes.
Then, if you let it go, the rope
Yes.
would unwind and
And
the
the hilt.
effigy would spin the other way.
I mean the palm will hit the lock.
And of course, the katana would
Yes.
spin with it.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place? The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock. And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with a katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us.
Something happened.
Oh, just the odd dialogue right there.
She was drooling too.
Yes.
Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
Why are you saving? What?
Because you gotta save frequently.
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move
Play
it.
the game
Jeez.
without saving.
That's not a standard in 2018.
It would have slid into position.
Gotta save frequently.
What?
Even if the culprit failed the first couple
Yes.
times, they could keep trying until it
Do you
won.
know the game Warband?
Which is why the culprit
Not
chose to
in
strike at
War
nighttime
You mean
as
the
to
one you
avoid
play?
detection.
Yeah.
Is there no saving?
I chose that way. I conquered 3 kingdoms, or 3 factions rather, without saving.
How about that? How about that?
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
Whenever I get fucked, I get fucked.
I didn't say that.
Gotta rebuild.
Rebuild from scratch.
In any case, the
It's
culprit
really
probably
fucked,
used a
I
murder
saved.
weapon for this trick.
Wow. You are
His
such a
pad was in the
moron.
right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The
Save
culprit
right
couldn't
before
find
I
a
make
way
an
long
oath.
enough in my lab, so I settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we'd think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
The voices weren't loud enough.
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Oh, man. You guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out. If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh! Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Okay, I'll start right now.
Alright, so who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
You. I can't hold it up anymore.
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Who made the lock through mystery doesn't matter since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Oh.
Cum dumpster! Finally! Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
What should we talk about now?
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry.
How about that?
Therefore, the
2017,
culprit
bro.
must be among their number.
Couldn't do that in 2012. Or 2014, whatever it is.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Sumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can
Steve.
prove using my recording function.
It's fine. That's just a waste of time.
Imagine if I put that on Steam.
Good, I didn't see it.
A suspect?
Did not see.
I didn't take a screenshot.
Describe it
Never
as
kill
best as you
Angie!
Ooh.
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Suspect rangers?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down.
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers. What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
Huh?
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but... Can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What do you mean?
The two victims could have been killed by two separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We've got to figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless. Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless!
Seems like Orca's having trouble with Warhammer.
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko...
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive. But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously! It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito. Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless. The name of the curse is... Death Curse! I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Listen up! All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run! I won't forgive something so messed up!
Tenko is our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too!
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever.
Yes.
Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive,
Feminist.
we need to get to the bottom of
Is that
Tenko's
a good
death.
thing she's dead?
I knew you were gonna say that.
Not just to survive this trial, but so we can
Knew
keep
you
going
were gonna
and
say
live on.
that.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
So, what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrotch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious.
Tancrotch!
There you go.
That's it! It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those four are the culprits!
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the four
That's,
is really Kyo.
That's the illusion.
He suggested the whole seance idea.
Damn, Rashawn, not bad, bro. You're
Yes.
top three.
True.
You're top
I
three
may
right
have
now.
suggested it, but I explained the procedure
three in what?
beforehand, yes?
Live channels playing Danganronpa 3. There's a guy with 25 views.
If we all knew of it before the murder,
grill,
then we
an
are
Asian
all
grill.
equally suspicious.
Ching chong ching.
A Korean person than you. And some guy that named his title Ace Detective Temp Solves All Mysteries. Last chapter. With 3 views.
Detective Punk.
In
Wrote to
addition,
affiliated
the
program.
seance wasn't
This is some
entirely in
guy
my
named
control
Splits or
either.
whatever his name is.
I
Some
was not the one
other
who selected the room
Korean
we
guy.
performed it in. It was Himiko.
I see more people are watching the second game than this. That kind of surprised me.
Oh, right.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
What the hell are you targeting?
Exactly. Are you fucking joking, man?
You targeted the corner.
I don't fucking know what you're talking about. I have no idea. I have no clue.
The door, the cracks on the wall.
You think they're gonna make a Kenobi movie?
Trying to target every crack here, you know? I don't really understand what's going on.
Oh no!
Oh, this is a fail. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be pressing. I have no idea. Get in from the outside. What is this bullshit? Yeah, I have no clue. I have no clue. I have to press something.
I don't know, the projector screen or something.
That was in the first class trial, you faggot. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna lose heart after heart because I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I did that. Like, I'm not crazy here, right? Like, I don't understand what. Right? Right? I'm not crazy, right? Right? I'm not crazy. Right? Right?
Are you?
Wow, what is that? What is that?
Oh no!
What?
Oh. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
What, where did you... Oh.
Just pressing buttons, bro. You know.
Hey, let me see this shit.
I am pressing absolute buttons. I'm,
go to the left. More
left.
upper left, I don't know.
Okay, the cage is obviously not the answer, but let's click on the cage. That's wrong too. I think I've clicked on everything right now.
Oh no!
The rock, what about the rock?
The rock. Well, I'm pretty sure the rock is the only thing I haven't tried yet. There's nothing here. There's nothing there. The circle's not there. You know. The cage, no. Not this. Yeah. The only choice is the rock. Let's try the rock. It's not it either.
What?
The point. I don't understand what's going on. I have no idea.
What if you die? What happens if you die?
I have to restart. No, it's not the cage. Fuck shitcocks. Shitcocks. Shitcocks, 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 shitcocks. Shitcocks. What is this? I hit something. I don't know what I hit. I hit something. Here it is. No, sit! Sit! I can't find it!
Upper left,
Oops.
something. I saw that. I saw it.
I clicked prematurely. I clicked prematurely. Okay, I found it. Alright, I just need to, you know, target it. There you go. There it is. Yeah. See, I was there right next to it, but oh well.
There!
Oh well, sucking gay. I lost
You're talking about under the floor.
like 7 hearts, GG. That's fucking gay.
Under the floor?
That's gonna majorly hurt my score at the end of the trial.
The rock.
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor. A person.
I didn't even see that hole during the investigation. What is that bullshit? Come on, the game added elements randomly. Come on, man.
Connected it to the neighboring room.
What a piece of shit game. Yes.
If the culprit used
What were the developers
they could have
thinking?
entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Alright, this is a perjury, so I have to lie here somewhere, I think. Yeah. I got it.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see...
Yo, there's this girl that plays better than DSP at Street Fighter 5. Do that shit?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
She has actually.
She beat DSP. She beat DSP.
Yeah, Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said, hold on a second.
He used his robot function.
Only
to commit
reason
the
why
murders.
she's using the
Hold
arcade
on a
pad,
second.
not a fucking controller.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance.
Snit.
How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor.
You see, our villain had a
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function. Huh? Now hold on a second.
Yeah, villain had the light. Yeah, that's it.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
I said, hold on a second.
He used his robot
Okay,
functions
it's
to
one
commit
of
the
the
murders.
two.
Hold on a second. The culprit sneaked in during
Retest
the
what
seance
the lie bullet is gonna say.
crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black
Flashlight
during the
drawbacks.
How could they even see if they were under
Flashlight
the
drawbacks.
Because it wasn't dark under the floor.
You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean
I'm gonna try it on Mew.
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function. Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get
Yes!
I only reveal the truth.
Yeah!
Mew, you gave Kibo his flashlight function, correct? Did you not notice?
I didn't notice what?
The drawback of the flashlight function that you added. It's so bright, even Kibo can't see when it's turned on.
I see. That bright, huh? Wait, what? There's no way a genius like me would make that kind of rookie mistake!
But you make mistakes a lot. A whole lot.
Hey! If you're gonna fuck me in front of everyone, at least buy me dinner first!
Yes.
If he can't see, it doesn't matter how bright the area is. He couldn't move like that.
Is he
couldn't
referencing
have been
the
underneath the floor.
time he saw her naked?
No. I mean, wait.
How the hell?
no.
How the hell did
Is
going
it true,
to see
Kibo? Is
Miyu
what
Iruma?
Shuichi said true?
So that she can get out of Gonta's insect meet and greet event.
What?
So she distracted him, and he went away like a baby.
She did that on purpose.
Yes.
For what attention?
Well,
Did you say to me?
I'm so sorry. I just don't remember. Really,
on.
I'm sorry.
Ah, we get it already. Just turn it off. We're gonna go blind.
You don't remember? What does that even mean?
Well, Shuichi, trying to make a fool out of me, huh? Let me put on some makeup, cause I want to at least look pretty before you decide to fuck me!
Yes.
That's...
Screenshots.
Too late.
Shuichi, I'm so sorry.
Damn, that is seriously bright.
God damn, if only I could see the flash.
Wouldn't the
Little
light have shined
screenshot
through the
that-
gaps of the floorboard if it had been this bright?
Huh?
The
Yes.
culprit couldn't have used a light under the floor. Not even Kibo.
Oh, they couldn't have.
We were there after all. We would know. There was a hole near the corner of the room we were in, remember? If someone had a light under the floor, it would have leaked through.
But when we did the seance, I'm pretty sure the room was pitch black.
That's right. We didn't see anything, so the culprit couldn't have used a light.
And just because I have a built-in flashlight function does not mean I am the culprit.
That's good enough for a screenshot, right?
That was a flaw in my theory.
Yes.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
The dialogue was alright. Fits the.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats.
Save frequently. Yes. Save frequently. That's the motto.
My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch-black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that. That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too! But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Yes.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
When? So not during seance?
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point. Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
A floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside Cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
And she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
Impossible.
Impossible, yes.
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
Excellent.
Huh? Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your lipstick brains!
It's a good one, too. Look at the frame rate.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time, and she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Like that.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tango real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
So who lifted the cage?
I don't get it. I don't know what she's doing.
It was me.
What the
Then
wrong with
obviously
her?
Himiko is the culprit.
There's no down!
Why is she sweating all over?
When Tenko got killed,
I do not know. I
it
have no
wasn't
idea.
during the
That's
seance.
really freaky. You should
It
take a
could not have been
screenshot.
done at any other time.
Yeah.
She was under the cage the whole time, and she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Here we
Like
go.
that.
When Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tango real fast. So fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
So who lifted the cage?
Okay, well, going to say this wrong. I know that.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
There's no
Screenshot the rainbow part.
A rainbow.
Yeah, the rainbow part.
I did, but the U is in the way now.
When Tenko got killed, it
God,
wasn't during the seance.
Probably.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. and she
Where was
dead
the
when
white
cage was
sheet?
lifted.
Wasn't there a white sheet?
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Let's see. See, the sheet was over the cage, so that would mean he's wrong. Let's try that.
So like, moment Cage was lifted.
That's wrong!
Yeah, that was the one.
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted.
That was this shit. I'm actually paying attention.
Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it.
So was that it?
Yes.
That
It's pretty
cloth was
easy.
removed before the cage was lifted.
Yep. It's easier than the last game, I'll
If
tell you.
Tenko was stabbed then, there
That
wouldn't
was
be blood
a
on
mind
the
blow.
cloth.
Getting good, aren't you? We need the gamer, eh?
But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your remodel right here!
I got Trump right here.
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out!
What?
So this is an FPS killer right here.
Hello.
Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage! They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the... And that's none other than Kyo! The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps, in which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the... And that's none other than Kyo!
Sitting there with her neck exposed.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gap. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet, and that's none other than Kyo!
Let's see here. Let's take some looks. I don't know why that's a weak point. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Which one?
Sitting in the cage with her neck exposed.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko, sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps.
Excuse me, faggot?
The person who lifted the sheet is the culprit, and that's none other than Kyo!
Excuse me, faggot?
Let me excuse you.
What did you say to me?
I don't know, I was just reading your shit. Sickle under the floor.
Okay, good.
Weeb.
Aga. Alright, I honestly have no idea, so I'm gonna try starting snit, trying snit rather.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage,
It's either
it'd
the
be long
sickle or
enough to reach Tenko,
the one, I don't know.
sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She
Sickle
wasn't
or
that far from the cage's gap. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit, and that's none other than Kyo!
Use your weeb sense.
Use your fag sense, fag.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko,
has half a brain, I don't think I can.
sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Alternate between
Whoops, I did the wrong one.
She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet, and
Did
that's
the wrong
none
cut.
other than Kyo! The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko,
Oh wait, try the marker stone.
sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
it. Sitting down normally, well, that's wrong. I guess it is the Walker Stone, yeah.
I do sequel of.
I was wrong!
Oh.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko.
That's a hard.
Sitting in there with
her knuckle exposed.
I'll cut through your words.
I gave a hint when I got it wrong. XD.
Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage. She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone.
Oh wait, I should have picked that up. She wasn't sitting at all. Wow. What a newbie this was,
The
John.
cage itself was about 3
It was
feet tall.
bent.
This.
The sickle's blade was
Bent
too
like
short
stick.
to reach Tenko while she was
Yes.
in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Yeah, no worries.
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
What are you talking about? That's not possible!
Impossible.
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that! Screw spirits!
Stop that now.
Angie's
So
spirit.
this guy hates
killed
ghosts and
Tingle?
paranormal
Why?
things. Anomalies.
Yes, he is not a ghost fan at all.
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
Now they're going into this ridiculous subject now.
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's
But
spirit
no, it
came back
started-
for revenge?
Oh, no.
Like I said, that's impossible! Spirits can't
my
be
God,
culprits!
it actually is the banquet is open.
Oh,
Then
no.
explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
Here, the banquet started.
can't
Go post
explain,
your
can you?
responses.
Only a spirit could have done that.
wait! I know!
Banquet.
What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage?
The Trump quit.
If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance!
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have
I
noticed.
agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit
Nonsense.
to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
Faye, what are you talking about? What? What the fuck are you talking about? What? I don't get it. About suicide? Okay, let's try suicide then. Oh, it is, okay.
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
Going into some cyber snit right now. Cyber news snit, rather. The bleach.
Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage, and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
It's a screenshot.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed.
Oh, it's already past midnight.
After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right? Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial, so she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her. Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
But what are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
Akuna.
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them.
Screenshot.
That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Whether or not I believe. My heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe!
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
Save frequently.
Alright, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
It's another lie. Perjury. Snit.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it!
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
Okay, Snits, I think I know what the regular truth is, but I don't know what the lie is. Let's see.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance.
She could have secretly brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it!
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
Snit, I have to see what these lie bullets are. Little Snit.
Everything's a lie.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Cage
plan
Dog
was to take us
Village.
down with her.
Does that make any sense?
So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person!
She died instantly. Oh, she died instantly.
Tenko did
That's a
commit
lie.
suicide. It would explain how she died during the seance.
Okay, I think I have it.
Brought the sickle. And then stabbed herself with it!
Maybe.
Finally, with the last of her strength,
yes!
Reveal the truth.
Yeah! Yeah!
Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor.
Yeah!
Hi, I'm She died instantly.
A DSP quote died instantly.
instantly.
Yeah! Got it. Instant death. Oh my fucking god! Died instantly. Come on!
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail. Tenko died instantly.
What?
What?
Cry, she lied to him.
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
How could you forget that, Maki Roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Excuse me?
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No! There must have been a way! We're gonna figure it out!
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance? If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Turn up the heat.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
I'm more concerned about how dark it got in there. I mean, it was totally pitch black. My job was to relight the candles. Moving along the walls was seriously tough.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary
during the seance? There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance
failed.
The ritual was perfect.
And yet, how utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something.
I missed it.
I'm more concerned about how dark it got in there.
Need the lag
I
shot.
mean, it was totally pitch black. My job was to relight the candles.
Moving along the walls was seriously tough.
Did anything
Seem out of the ordinary during the seance? There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed.
The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something.
What?
I'm more
What the
concerned
fuck?
about how dark it got in there.
I mean, it was totally pitch black. My job was to relight the candles.
Moving along.
The walls was seriously tough.
Fuck shitcocks.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance? There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect. How utterly strange. Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something.
I agree!
Yeah.
Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
What? Shitcocks.
This is it! I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound. That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
Fuck shitcocks.
could the floorboard have made such a loud sound though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
Turn up the heat.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
A
That's
floorboard
true.
that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous. God, it's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and Balls are the best of friends?
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crash.
Maybe the wooden statue.
But the statue was still on.
Culprit hide under floor.
And stood up
with such might.
But we already said there was no floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floor.
Shit, missed it both. Missed
A
both of them.
floorboard that comes loose.
Fuck shitcocks.
So what made
the floorboard come loose? Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable
Stood up with
such might.
But we already said there was no floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
I agree.
Fuck, really? Really? Fuck shitcocks. Cocks shit.
Teachy is right. The floorboard came loose because someone
Honestly.
stomped on it.
But floorboards fit perfect. So to
Fucking
make
cocks,
sure
man.
the first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
Save frequently.
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the crosspiece?
So, Trump is a great president, yes?
So far.
I have no idea what this is. Seesaw what? Cocks. Shit cocks. It's not EF or C, god damn it. Not EFC or T. What the fuck is this? Damn it. I could fail here. I have no idea what the second word is. Seesaw effect. Okay, god damn it.
You always fail. Oh my god.
Hey Pat, can I buy an E?
That's right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
Oh wait, I forgot your name was fucking... I was referring to Pat from Wheel of Fortune. Need to buy an E there.
The crosspiece at
And
one
by a
end of the
vowel.
floorboard had been cut off.
Now I have one heart, GG.
The other
Excellent.
two crosspieces holding up that board were close to the cage.
What the fuck are you?
Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever. A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that. Unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh?
yourself.
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor. That's it! The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage. Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble. But the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage. She was bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouched position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact makes floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then, she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tenko? I killed Tenko?
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
Well now.
It's okay.
Absolutely right! Hey,
Daddy!
all right! This is my impression of a spooky, scary ghost.
Ah! I'm fine with real ghosts, but impressions of them are too scary!
Logic does not compute.
Jet.
Did you hear something?
You're on the threshold of an amazing
No,
adventure.
I didn't hear anything.
You know what else is scary? Sweet buns. Yep, tasty, tasty sweet buns. So round, so sweet, so delicious.
That doesn't sound scary at all!
I'm scared too. Scared of losing my friends.
You're on the threshold of an amazing adventure.
Did you hear something?
Intermission?
No, I didn't hear
One.
anything.
2. I guess intermission.
Answer us, Himiko.
Are you quitting or are you
You
still
chose
playing
the
another
middle
20
room to
minutes?
lure us into your trap, did you not?
We're going until 1.
Then you
So,
used
yeah,
that trap to
23
kill
minutes.
Tenko, yes?
Well, Donkey Lips, did you kill that
I know what
twat?
happened.
Trump's gonna come out of nowhere.
Wait. Must be
and
some
No.
mistake.
sweep
Try
him.
to play
No
for
way
tw-
Himiko is
We'll
culprit.
try to play for 23 more minutes, but then there'll be another.
Then she needs to
half-hour
defend
dialogue
herself.
and read
Otherwise,
something.
this debate is deadlocked.
Wrong.
I don't care if you gotta use magic to do it, but say something already.
How do you know this?
Because I have very good predictability skills.
Are you even listening?
Bet your skills were wrong last time,
No.
Rashan.
I'm not listening. I don't care anymore. I'm too tired.
Yes.
Angie died. Tanko died. Why did I have
Wasn't
to
my fault,
survive?
okay? Alright, the game just put in an extra sequence.
And now, you're all saying I killed them? I just don't care anymore.
Himiko.
Do whatever. If you want to vote for me, then just go ahead.
The game gets really blah if the suspect isn't into it.
That's not the problem.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Himiko, don't give up.
Don't you understand? My life is riding on the outcome of this trial!
Just shut up. I told you, I'm too tired. It's all just a big pain. I can't put up with it anymore.
What are you talking about? If you give up here...
You needn't worry. Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tanko! Himiko not that kind of person! Gonta can tell by Himiko's face!
Himiko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of handling a complicated crime.
I also think Himiko's not the culprit. Somehow.
Either way, we gotta look for more possibilities.
That does seem like rather a pointless quest.
No, it's not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth. So no give up, Himiko!
It's another perjury, god damn it.
Performing the seance in that room was Himiko's decision, was it not?
What if someone steered her into picking that
Of the three
Okay, that is
empty
true.
rooms, why did you select the middle one, Himiko? Because you laid your trap there.
Was trap only in that room? Other rooms may be trapped too.
Yeah, even if Himiko
That's
picked the
also
room,
true.
someone else could have set that trap.
Your opinions are empty words.
Okay,
Performing the seance in that room. Decision, was it not?
What if someone steered her into
oh shit, I got it.
The truth.
Yeah, I got the lie, yes! It had to be the toughest one to get, obviously. Well, I'm gonna get a B in that snip for sure. Well, yeah. Excellent. I don't remember what I even picked.
Tsumugi is correct. I believe Himiko was being set up.
Well then.
Himiko only picked that
I
room
failed.
because Kyo wanted it as
Only.
dark as possible.
That's why walkthroughs are for punks.
Next time I'll have it up before you start playing.
Nope, that will not be necessary because walkthroughs are for punks, and anyone who would ever ask for a walkthrough is a cold, hard faggot.
But you asked for one. What the fuck?
Excuse me?
You asked for one.
Huh?
You asked for one.
I don't think so.
Rashawn.
I don't remember that.
Rashawn.
For the second half of the third class trial, yeah! Woo!
You're excused.
Put some respect on my name. Alright. Got him. What a fool.
From 5 viewers, he dropped it to.
See?
Did you?
I thought you were streaming GTA 5 and now you're playing the Wii game.
I got. Hey, listen. Hey, listen, I didn't get 5 views last night when I played GTA 5, you fool. Oh, excuse me, this is, as DSP would say, this is prime gaming hour. Yes.
How many of you have Spotify Premium?
I do.
The legal one, the legal one.
Yes. Of course, I need to have Spotify Premium because Rate My Chase music is through there, and of course, I can't have any Spotify commercials playing during Rate My Chase. That would be great, huh?
I'm pretty sure it
That'd be
didn't matter
pretty
which room Himiko chose.
What do you mean?
Have you connected your Spotify to your Discord account?
It's getting kind of boring,
Yes.
so I'll explain.
Nice. Discord's going to be
She didn't
universal.
choose the middle by coincidence.
How about that?
Each
This
room is
Discord
the
is
same
gaining rep by the day.
The funny thing, the servers are run through the Windows servers.
Remember what Gonta said earlier? Maybe the culprit placed traps in all the rooms? Well, that was correct. Before the trial, I hurt myself checking all the rooms.
Ah, that's right. Kokichi found another loose floorboard.
Orca is still having problems with Total Warhammer. God damn it, man.
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped.
What? Hold on! There was also a loose floorboard in the next room?
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
If the culprit set traps in all the rooms, then they wouldn't need to select a room themselves.
So the real trap was for someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
I see. We were caught in the culprit's trap all along.
Especially you!
But now there's no reason to suspect Himiko, right?
How about that?
Himiko, do you remember what Tenko told you? Live life facing forward. She said that to you, right? If you give up on living, you'd be betraying her memory. We're all trying to keep our promises to the dead. This trial, it's not just for our lives. It's for everyone who's died as well. That's why we can't give up. This is our responsibility. We live on.
You're right. Yeah, that's right. If I gave up here, I wouldn't be able to face Angie or Tenko.
That's right. So let's do our best.
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore. I won't give up! I'll fight alongside everyone and survive!
Do not say everyone. After all, the Blackened is still among us.
Hey, there you go. Killing the mood like usual. But damn! Well said, Shuichi. That's what I'd expect from my soul, bro.
Your soul, bro?
Well, anyway, do you think the Blackened this time has some sort of superpower?
What are you talking about?
Well, as a self-proclaimed expert of stepping through floorboards, isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
Ah, that is a good point.
It must have been barrier magic. Well, that's one possibility, but I think it might have been something else.
Shit cocks. I don't understand the question. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know what this is about. Well, excellent.
Yo.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I have no idea. And this seems redundant, but oh well. Man. Excellent.
US East is currently suffering from DDoS.
Yay.
I don't know. Probably main thing. For now,
I was
but
wrong.
US works for it.
Fucking shitcocks.
This is it!
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go.
It's because of the magic circle at the scene of the crime.
Probably gonna get a C for this trial. Absolutely terrible.
Before we began the seance, we were warned not to step on the circle. The floorboard in question was within the circle. That's why no one stepped on it.
So the magic circle's purpose was to keep us away from the whole trick.
That was part of the culprit's plans too?
It has to be you! Kyo. Was it you?
Whatever are you talking about?
I'm talking about Tenko's murder.
Kyo? Why do you suspect me?
Because you were the one who drew the magic circle. The circle kept us from discovering the seesaw trick. But that's not all it was for. In order to make the murder succeed, variables like Tenko's position and the placement of the cage needed to be defined. And those variables were defined by using the magic circle.
I wonder.
In short, the circle itself was the most important tool in this murder. Knowing that, the person who drew the magic circle has to be the culprit.
Well, Kyo,
Answer already! Did you do it?
What is so funny?
I was just thinking.
XD.
So this is how each Blackened must have felt. What an intriguing experience this is.
What? An intriguing experience?
But if I am the culprit as you claim, then I stomped on the floorboard, yes? So, do tell. How could I have stomped on the floorboard during that darkened seance?
I see. That is problem.
Unless that is made clear, you cannot be certain I am the culprit.
how can you be so calm when you're backed into a corner like this?
I will explain that in due time. Please.
I didn't mean to do that.
answer my question first.
Yes, GG, what a laugh.
Wait a minute. Maybe...
Did you figure it out?
I'm not sure what he's getting at.
That's it! The culprit used touch. They didn't see, they felt.
That way they could get around in the dark, like how I got to the candle.
Wasn't Seesaw in middle of room? Gonta doesn't think it was near wall.
So they probably used something besides the wall to move then, right?
Were there any other markers within reach?
Of course, the answer to that is there was nothing of the sort.
Shitcocks. Well then. You really half-assed these Hangman's Gambits.
Magic circle. They used the magic circle. Remember? The magic circle was drawn with salt. The culprit used the salt's texture to feel their way through the dark.
I see. So Kyo traced the magic circle with his hands to get to the loose floorboard.
Oh, I see. You drew the magic circle with salt to use it as a guide.
An interesting thought. It is unfortunate that it is so wrong. Recall the document. What did the magic circle look like?
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
So what?
When the room was darkened, each of us was in a corner of the room, yes? The magic circle didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it, yes?
But you're talking about the magic circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
No, I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
So which is it? Is there any way to check?
Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being trampled on.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
What a pain. We don't have any way to check it now.
Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention, please?
Well, I guess there's no point in discussing the magic circle anymore.
Okay.
Hey, may I have your attention?
I said cut that out! It's too bright!
I apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen to me.
About what?
I had Miu add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
What the? No way! Did you really? Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that purpose!
Oh no.
Please, let me use it! With it, I might be able to save everyone.
Alright, so what is this function?
It's an image recording function.
Image recording?
Specifically, this function allows me to dispense a printout of my own memory. I'll give it a try. Ready?
Print of his own.
Yes.
I also use magic.
And soon you'll figure out the real reason why that was installed.
This printout is my memory of being kicked out of the
Excellent.
seance. Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible.
Should I close my door?
No,
Go on, take the picture and see
it's
for
not.
yourself.
It's not visual.
Okay, got it.
Closing it either way.
Well, Shuichi, do you notice anything?
There! This helped a lot, Kibo. Without you, I never would have seen through Kiyo's lie.
My lie?
You just said that you drew the magic circle exactly as it appears in the document. But that's a lie, isn't it? The magic circle at the scene had lines that stretched to the room's corners. Which means that you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
So it was different from the document after all.
All because Himiko noticed. And because of Kibo, too.
Hey, where's my things? I'm the one who installed that function into Kibo.
Hey, yeah, what was it you were saying about its purpose?
Well, live in peace.
Oh, to be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health. Specifically, I make Kibo use that function every day to analyze my turds.
Yes.
What? Why? Shit is a great indicator of intestinal health and gut bacteria quality. Plus, taking a satisfying shit does wonders for a woman's natural beauty, so... See? You're all grossed out! This is why I didn't want to tell you about my plan!
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares. Kyo, you killed Tenko, didn't you? Just give up and admit it
My
already.
father's in the hospital.
What happened to him?
My real father, not my stepfather. Pneumonia and heart problems.
Oh, well, you know, in this turbulent winter, let's hope that
So, Kyo,
your pops.
if you have any objections,
the
you
doctors
can...
take
Your
care of him.
deductions
And,
are fiction.
he comes out very well. On the other note, Sigma 1.
Given me the option, I will most certainly object.
And I found out about it on Facebook instead of anybody actually calling. Found out
To be
about
honest,
it on
it's
Facebook,
unimportant,
like 15
but it
minutes
may be
ago.
an amusing diversion.
That's why I said, like, what the fuck?
Social media is the new avenue of information.
Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me. If you are going to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage.
The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage, so suspicion should fall on them.
True, we could have placed the sickle there, but we could not have removed it later. Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle was Himiko, but the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity to touch the sickle. So simply put, I am not the killer. The only person who could have collected the sickle was Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
I'll cut through your
Oh, that was easy. That was easy.
The only person who could have set up the sickle and retrieved
Very
it afterward
easy.
is Kyo.
GG easy.
That was done by covering the cage with a white cloth.
That's what you say when you win something.
You could have secretly placed the sickle when you draped the cloth. And retrieved it afterward when you removed the cloth. Then, while everyone was distracted, you discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful! That's exactly correct.
What a weird face.
It's correct. Then why don't you give up already?
Save? Oh, well.
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted effort now. Alas.
Save frequently.
What's wrong with you?
You know, in the case of a power outage, you know what I mean?
That doesn't happen here.
Well, as Greg Cody from the Levitard show would say, you never know.
So, it was you? You killed
Aren't all
Tenko?
you faggot states have nuclear power?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me. Himiko
To hit North
loves
Korea
me
with?
so very much.
No, we're in.
Maybe
I don't know.
you'd feel better if
I
I
would
was
assume.
executed by Monokuma.
I don't know, actually.
Your state's doing it wrong if you're still in coal or whatever.
But unfortunately for you, that won't happen.
Oh, well, no. There could be nuclear power, then they'll use fucking coal.
Because if you vote for me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
What you talking about, Kyo?
Yes.
You still don't understand? I killed Tenko, that is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
They almost died.
Meaningless?
Destroyed it.
You mean Monokuma's extra rule, right?
You see, I killed Tenko, but not Angie. For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue. Because the blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
Trivial issue? No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
That is simply not possible. Recall that I was unable to enter Angie's lab.
Oh, only student council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
How could I have possibly killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab?
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you. And You're the one who killed Tenko. You gotta be the one who killed Angie.
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly. There is a non-zero possibility that Kyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
Of course I understand. I work really hard to understand.
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Isn't Kyo culprit?
Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes? How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer? Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
Nuts to that! Any way you look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit.
Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
Culprit's one of you! Wowee! This argument is getting intense! At times like this...
Hungry.
Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
Why were you waiting for it?
Oh, the frame rate. Yes, excellent frame rate. Great frame rate. Just like Xbox One PUBG.
Is this a new trend?
Yes.
People
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
drinking detergent?
I got this, but he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
Fucking Bobby Gee.
The katana was
What the hell?
found in Kyo's lab.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
I was wondering detergent.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't we just vote now?
I got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
Bro, ask them. I don't know what.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
What the hell? Shitcocks.
Four teenagers are recovering after they are hospitalized for drinking water.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her!
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he not blackened?
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't we just vote now?
I got this! Not yet. There's still another mystery to solve.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie!
Like the Tide Pod challenge again.
Kyo killed Tango and Angie.
Yeah,
Kibo.
just read that.
We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's
Alright, whoever
research
made
lab
that
and
the
killed
first
her.
video,
got this.
But
put
he
in
couldn't
jail
get into
for that.
Angie's research
Fucking
lab.
Trick these kids.
The katana was
Fucking edit the
found
whole
in Kyo's
thing so
lab.
they act like they're hanging up
Anyone
Tide
could have
Pods, but they
entered my
actually
lab.
just- They heat them up, they don't use it.
So Kyo did kill
What they
Tango,
do
but
is
he
grab
not blackened?
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a
plastic
second
bags,
blackened
they
we
put
need to
them
find.
together, and then they put each other
He
inside
was
them.
planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
Kyo! Not possible. That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of
Also
Tango's
good.
death. Can't we just vote now?
Good thing for the
Not
video
yet.
maker, but the
There's
rest
still
of the
another
people,
mystery to
they
solve.
think, oh, if he survived, I can do it too. Ho, 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 ho.
Good thing the stupid people did.
This is our answer. Stupid.
It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder. And there's still the mystery of Tenko's murder.
Mystery? What kind of mystery?
Well, Kyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene. I believe it might even have something to do with Angie's murder. This is it! The bloodstain found under the floor.
What you said was pretty much a cyber meme.
What?
It was beneath the floorboard that the
Wait, what are we talking about? Drinking what?
Yeah, detergent coffee.
Is that Tango's blood?
Excellent.
That bloodstain was too far from
Try
Tango's
some
corpse to
Tide
have been
Pods
hers.
or sure.
On my clothes, yes.
Also, the bloodstain was already dry when we found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Well, that's weird. Why was that bloodstain the only dry one?
You got Bobby Gee asking me, why is my name on the Rashawn's roast? What a faggot. What a faggot.
Just tell them you're irrelevant.
Why not?
What the hell?
I was wrong!
Guess I misunderstood that, Snit.
That's it!
The fuck, that was correct too. Fuck out of here.
The bloodstain wasn't from Tenko's murder. It was there before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
That's it! That bloodstain wasn't Tenko's.
Wow, Rashawn, you
It was
actually have 5
Angie's.
people watching.
Why was blood
Babby season high.
of Tango's murder?
Yeah,
They're here for the detergent coffee, and next flavor is the detergent green tea.
And for the pizza seeds.
Yes,
Ah, I guess that's possible.
that's exactly right.
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities. We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab. But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start.
next thing to be causing down hydrogen peroxide.
So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
No, no cyber memes. No bleach.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty
Yeah,
rooms?
as long as they keep buying, I'll profit.
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Did Angie have business in rooms?
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
I do lie a lot, and I could be lying right now too. But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
Excellent. The first non-stop debate of the night.
The art research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead!
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there. Except for candles.
She wanted a candle! Keep herself awake at night. She would drip hot wax on her body.
That sounds like something only you would do.
Okay, I've got it.
The art research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead!
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there. Except for candles.
She wanted a candle!
I agree!
That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle.
Yeah, for kinky wax plague!
What is that?
No. Angie was going to use it for the ritual. According to the Necronomicon, to resurrect the dead.
Then, did she seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab. So she went to go get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
And that's when the culprit attacked her.
That's why there was dried blood underfloor.
Which means Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held. Bravo, Himiko! Well done for choosing that room for the seance. If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room. If that happened, no one would have discovered Angie's bloodstain under the floorboards.
That's right. Shuichi and I only checked under the floorboards where Tenko died.
Yep, it's all thanks to Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie. This must be a Tua's will. Or maybe the power of magic.
It's neither. I just picked one.
Hold on. You're all acting as though you've proven that as fact already. You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room, and then moved to the lab? Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab? It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved.
I think she was still alive after the attack in the empty room. She was killed after she was carried to her lab.
It's one of two things. I'm gonna try this one. Of course not. It's redundant. Excellent. Nice job, Rashawn. Nice job, Rashawn.
Oh no!
Fucking shitcocks. Wait, what? Shitcocks. Shitcocks.
Damn it!
Shitcocks.
This is it! The fatal wound was a cut to the back of her neck from the katana. But she also showed signs of blunt force trauma, and I think I know why. After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
I see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow. Ha! It's all clear now. Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her off.
All clear. This is all clear.
Here comes the Gary.
What are you all talking about? All clear? What is all clear? What are you? All clear?
This is actually more Gary than anyone could have expected.
What are you all... You...
Even more Gary.
You what? What
I will not fear. I will not back down.
Correct. Correct.
Sweet Korekio.
That's all I'm gonna say. Correct.
What the hell? What?
Their words are all hollow.
Correct.
There is no meaning to any of them.
Correct.
You must teach these ignorant children a lesson.
Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them.
What the hell are you mumbling about? You're giving me the goddamn willies!
Is she suffering from with personality disorder?
Must be.
Bipolar.
Nothing is clear at all.
Yes, exactly.
It's full of doubts, of mysteries, of a dense, impenetrable fog!
A dense fog. Ah! A dense fog.
Nothing is clear at all!
They're not diseases, but... try to control yourself or not.
No, you can't.
You can?
No, you
Angie
cannot.
was attacked in the empty room first, and then carried into the research lab? Impossible! Impossible! That's nothing but a delusion! You intend to poison our minds with your delusions?
It's no
That's an
delusion.
excuse.
Angie's 2 external wounds tell the story.
Did you say to me?
After she was struck in the empty room, she was carried to the art research lab and then killed.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wiped them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
There was that mummy-looking
You
guy.
say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wiped them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence.
Hey, man.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wiped them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence. There was there, Shuichi!
Snit. Oh wait, no, it's the other one. Of course I picked the wrong out of the two that I was thinking of. Excellent.
Oh no! You say the culprit carried Angie's body? And not a single drop of blood fell? The hallway and empty room had no bloodstains. Even if you wiped them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But no evidence. Was there, Shuichi?
I'll cut through your words.
If it was the mummy guy,
Evidence left at the
yes.
scene. The bloody tape under Angie's body.
The mummy guy with double personality disorder.
It took a long time to reply back to that, buddy.
Yeah. Because I had to do the rebuttal showdown, ya faga. You dense, impenetrable faga.
She was being carried.
Bloody tape? Gonta didn't notice at all.
Ooh.
It was under the body. It's most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of. But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it.
It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt, and ended up under her body.
It must have been Atua who did that for us.
What? Atua? How long are you going to keep that up?
Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
I'm convinced there's only one person who could have killed Angie. It has to be you! It's you, Kyo. You killed Angie.
What the fuck? So it's true!
Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious answer.
You killed both of them. Why did you kill them?
In terms of pure logic, only one victim was necessary to win.
Why? Why you killed them both?
I think one of the murders was an accident.
An accident?
That's right. It wasn't part of the plan.
Huh? Which one?
For Sean, it's number 4 at streaming. Playing a Wii game.
Put some respect on the game's name, you fool.
Angie's murder was an
An
accident.
Asian chick is streaming this, and she has 37 people. Her name is
What?
Pop Shui.
Tenko wasn't an accident?
Another person is
That's
streaming
right.
this.
Kyo originally planned to kill
named
someone with a seesaw trick.
Guinea? Huh? These are fucking Asian people, bro.
But
PUBG?
while he was making preparations in the empty room, walked in.
PUBG is his name, I think.
So he decided to kill
Guinea, I
her
don't know.
in order to
The
keep
other
her
guy
from
is Super
talking.
Galaxy Trigon.
Ooh.
She just happened to walk in on the culprit setting up.
Wrong.
Killed.
Oh, and the guy streaming this is a...
You should have just stopped there.
Excuse me?
The guy that's streaming is the black guy.
Nice.
Killed Angie. There was no
Worldwide.
reason for him to kill Tenko.
Black weed.
You
Faga.
only needed to kill one for this game.
Dense
He was
faga.
pointless. If you get bonus points for killing
talk
more,
about
then
yourself
sure.
that way.
Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
That is not me.
Why, Kyo? Why you killed two of our friends?
What on earth are you talking about? No, I'm not the culprit.
It's almost time for my favorite part.
So, why is everyone looking at me like I am?
The,
Why?
clap along with me
Why are
part.
they? Why is it?
Clap along with the
Calm yourself.
Haga.
Yes.
You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter. You mustn't lose composure. You mustn't become flustered.
The memes.
Look at their horrid
Whoops.
faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over.
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
There he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
It almost seems like he's talking with someone.
Someone? He's just talking to himself. And why the hell is he wearing lipstick?
No matter how loudly you protest, this is a trivial matter. I will never acknowledge your allegations. Not a single one of them. So you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie. No, I will not acknowledge it. I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I won't acknowledge fiction, mystery. I won't acknowledge your deductions or guesses.
Deduction. Sigma 1.
Well said. Good job, Korekiyo.
He doesn't have anything.
Yes, thanks.
Creeps me the fuck out!
Yeah.
You're wrong. There is evidence.
What? You do realize bluffs like that won't work, yes?
The weapon that was used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room. That weapon tells us the whole story, Kyo.
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood. Apologize. Come on.
Oh, Jesus.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize. Apologize. Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Seriously, what the hell's happening?
Apologize like Trump. Alright, argument ornaments. My favorite part. Better than the last games.
I have nothing to admit. You are simply
favorite
wrong.
part, the anime titties.
Yes, I'm not the culprit.
So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong.
Yes, I'm not the culprit.
So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. Why must you force your delusions on us?
You're lying. That's merely a delusion.
Well said, Pinocchio. To continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us?
You're lying. That's merely a delusion.
Well said.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me.
Pinocchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Apologize.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me.
Pinocchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Apologize. Apologize.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Korekio speaks the truth.
Why are you missing
Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit.
Yeah.
You have no proof that Korekio is the killer. It ends here!
Why am I missing? Because I'm not used to a controller. You should have seen the last game. I missed 80% of the time.
Hit Angie with the same floorboard used in the seesaw trick.
And fuck you, Vega. Fuck you.
I'm mad.
Alright.
What did you do?
Alright.
What was his favorite part? Watching the anime kitties.
And I couldn't react because I had to press buttons. What a haga! Haga.
I see. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
There was a small patch of dry blood on the underside of the floorboard.
Angie's blood?
Save frequently.
Blood that spattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board.
Snip. I forgot to use fever time. Oh well.
But that's not the only evidence that she was hit with that floorboard. There's also the blood stain under the floor to consider. For that to be there, the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack.
Good point. Had the floorboard been in place, her blood wouldn't have splattered beneath it.
Kyo's earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used.
How?
If the weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick,
It means the culprit knew about the seesaw, so the same person killed Tenko and Angie.
Yes.
I believe that while Kyo was setting up the seesaw, he was holding the board when Angie walked in.
And a cold cocked her with a floorboard!
all you can do now is accept it. You even confessed to Tenko's murder already.
So it's true. This is the truth.
Looks like we're almost at the end. All right, Shuichi, I'll leave the finale to you. Bring down the house.
Shuichi, please, put an end to this. For Angie and Tenko's sake. End this class trial.
I understand. I'll go over everything one more time.
Yeah, and the class trial.
I want you to confess.
Yeah.
No, I will force you to confess.
Closing argument with a half-hour dialogue.
What? Oh, okay, it's not right yet, that's right. Doesn't make any sense. Oh well.
This is the truth of the case! Let's look back at the first murder. It was late last night. The culprit was in the empty room on the 4th floor. The culprit was preparing the seance murder they had planned. To use the floorboard as a seesaw, they had to cut the crosspiece supporting it. The plan was to make the same preparations for all 3 empty rooms. This would divert suspicion away from the culprit and whoever picked a room. To cut the crosspieces, they needed a saw. I imagine they got one from the warehouse. They were planning to cut the crosspieces in all 3 rooms. However, when the culprit was working on the middle room, the unexpected happened. Angie walked into that room and saw the culprit making their preparations. She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone to the room for a candle. At that point, the culprit had not finished the setup and was just cutting crosspieces. Angie might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan. But now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw trick. Any other person might have just given up, but not our culprit. The culprit took the floorboard they loosened and struck the unsuspecting Angie in the head.
The culprit did not want to give up on their plan and had to improvise. They wrapped duct tape around Angie's injury to stop the bleeding. Then they picked up her unconscious body and carried her to a research lab. While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end.
Okay. Ah, fucking idiot.
But because they were in a
Hold it.
hurry, they made a crucial
Alright,
oversight.
instead of closing one tab, I closed the whole fucking thing down.
They didn't
Oh,
notice the
wonder.
duct tape
I
had
was watching
peeled
the
off
stream and I'm like,
and
wait,
was
why is
under
it fucking
Angie's
quiet?
body. Without that
Because
evidence,
Trump
we may
said
never
to
have figured out the culprit's
be
trick.
quiet while he's doing a State of the Union address until he says the applause. 115 times.
Carrying the supplies they needed, the culprit returned to the ultimate art lab. Locked the front door from inside. And took out the katana they brought from their own lab. They then stabbed Angie in the back of the neck, finally killing her. Then, to further confuse us, the culprit attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they used rope from the warehouse and hung 4 effigies upside down. There were 2 reasons for this. To overwhelm the room with an occult atmosphere. And the other was the key to locking the room. The culprit stuck the katana into Kaede's effigy near the rear entrance. And spun the effigy around to twist up the rope. After enough turns, the culprit let go and headed for the rear door. Once released, the effigy began spinning, and the gold leaf katana with it. The handle of the katana then hit the sliding lock, locking the door. A difficult trick, but remember that the lock was so loose it moved at the slightest touch. The culprit also would have had the opportunity to attempt it many times. Once complete, the door was locked, but the duct tape was left behind. Perhaps the culprit noticed it, but by that point, it was too late. The room was sealed. There was no way for them to get back inside. Then, this morning, we opened up the room and discovered Angie's body. But the culprit wasn't finished. They wanted one more murder. To do that, they manipulated us into performing this seance. Of the 3 empty rooms, the middle one was chosen for the seance. I was invited by Kokichi to take Kibo's place in the seance. Tenko volunteered to be the medium, but she never imagined it would get her killed. To perform the seance, the culprit claimed they needed something for Tenko. A small stone that Himiko had brought from the courtyard. Tenko, at the culprit's request, bowed her head until it was touching the stone. That position was instrumental in making sure the murder went as planned. Next, Kokichi and I placed the iron cage over Tenko in the middle of the magic circle. The culprit then volunteered to drape the white cloth over the iron cage. We didn't realize it at the time, but that was a deliberate decision by the culprit. They needed to set up the murder weapon that was used to kill Tenko. While they were covering the cage with a cloth, they secretly placed the sickle. Finally, 4 of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage. The culprit used the weight of the statue to keep the murder weapon in place. After the preparations were complete, we began the seance. In complete darkness, we each stood in one corner and sang the Caged Child song. When the song finished, the soul of the dead was supposed to enter the medium. But our culprit had another plan, to commit a murder in the darkness. Right after we started singing, the culprit began making their way toward Tenko. It would have been quite difficult to do in total darkness, but our culprit had a guide. They used the lines of the magic circle drawn with salt. The culprit felt for the salt and used it to guide them along. And when the culprit reached the center of the circle, they found the floorboard that had its crosspiece cut off the night before. Then lifted up their foot and stomped down hard on the floorboard. The floorboard lifted up like a seesaw and pushed Tenko's body up toward the ceiling of the cage. Tenko was stabbed in the back of the neck by the sickle on the top of the cage. She was killed right before our eyes, and we didn't even see it. After committing the crime, the culprit followed the salt back to their corner. Finished the ritual and had us light the candles. We followed the culprit's directions and removed the equipment used for the seance. And discovered Tenko's body. And while we were all focused on the body, the culprit picked up the sickle and dropped it under the floor through the hole in the corner of the room.
Nice.
Without my real name.
Wow. What a noob.
Ironically, the final step of the murder was unwittingly carried out by us.
NSA on my name.
The culprit had planned the murder
Discord
so
NSA.
to intentionally destroy some evidence. That evidence was the magic circle that the culprit used to navigate in the dark.
Wait, is this the girl that flashes when...
However, the
like
culprit
she's always
didn't know that
showing
Kibo
her
had
front
taken a
panties?
picture.
No.
He really saved us. Without that, we wouldn't know what changes were made to the circle. But now we know for certain And we
It's a
know the
different fight.
culprit drew the magic circle. Korekio Shinguchi, the ultimate anthropologist. You're the culprit behind these murders. That's where my detective work leads us. It all fits.
Sweet Korekio. There were times when it's necessary to admit defeat. Admit? Yeah. Okay.
So you finally admit you did it.
Fortunately. Yes. Yes. Yes, unfortunate. Very. My one
Close.
regret. My only regret. Was not being able to make 100 friends.
100 friends?
It was my dream to make 100 friends. Oh, it's so unfortunate! I was so close to 100!
What are you talking about? I do not understand a word of this.
Such snit.
Who gives a fuck? Let's vote for this kooky bastard and be done with this already!
Yes, exactly.
Roger that! One voting time! Coming up!
The heart racing excitement as
The heart racing excitement!
As a blackened and a spotless finally face off!
It's voting time! Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result. Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Nasty. Oh, time to see what deplorable grade I got in this bullshit. Got a ton of deductions.
Super.
So it's basically impossible not to get an A in this game. At least I got both back routes.
Bullshit. You fucking cheater. You cheater. Fucking-
Oh, so if you restart, there's no penalty. XD. How about that?
You got an A and you were worried.
I thought I was gonna get like a C or something.
Wah! Absolutely right! All right!
For now,
No.
Right!
Oh?
Wait, this is the third class trial, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Hey, hey!
Shut up!
What?
Yeah?
Yes. There is someone that I love.
Can't tell this freak show gets destroyed.
I love her with all my heart, and she loves me with all her heart. Yes, we vowed an endless love to each other.
What the fuck? Okay, take a screenshot. What?
No, this is odd even for me, bro.
None can come between us. We are bound by an intense.
This is odd even for me.
Can't take a screenshot of those anime titties.
No matter what.
I got.
Anime ass.
I got.
Anime
I don't know
dick.
who's who.
What?
Who's?
Don't tell me.
Wonderful.
Wait!
Yeah.
Yes.
Sploosh!
What? I mean, what?
Hey,
Snit stuffed bitch. XD.
You see. Sister.
Nice meme.
What a nice meme.
Inside herself.
I can't wait till this snit is over because it's really good.
Wait! Right? Wait!
Whatever is the matter?
Why is Miyu Iruma so guilty?
Because,
Sexually active.
I loved her so deeply, and she loved me so deeply. The fact that we were siblings meant nothing to us.
I'm closing my door.
We called it forbidden love, but none could stop the love.
there's an asterisk at the top left of the screen. Not sure what that means.
Oh, how I
Why don't
long
you
for
just
my
take a
sister's
screenshot
warmth.
and freak everyone out for 1 week?
No, because this is weird even for me. All those fags that were complaining last week were
When I was enveloped in my
complaining about
sister's
nothing.
warmth.
Though
their
this,
brains melt.
well, I don't condone incest, bro. I do not condone incest at
For
all.
my beloved sister.
Even if it's fused incest.
Always messing around.
Whatever the hell this is.
Huh? Sister.
I mean, Sarust complained about drain damage. What a soft
He already had
thug.
brain damage.
Hold on.
Huh? Do you understand?
For my beloved sister.
Huh?
Ghost?
Incomprehensible. Sister.
She does have split personality disorder.
Yes.
What?
I am Korekio's older sister.
What?
Yes. I am
Oh,
pleased.
brother.
Sister.
Korekio.
Are you
Reaction
serious?
you can use for CNR.
I told you.
Ew. What was that?
Because
Unacceptable.
Yes.
Huh? Wonderful.
Yeah? Why, you... Then...
Excellent. Wonderful.
Huh?
But... can this be? Beautiful.
No way!
Let's see. For my beloved sister!
That's wrong.
Are you okay? However...
What is that?
Correcchio. Oh dear.
Why? But how?
Do not worry. That's right. Sister.
What was that?
Well... Nyeh! And another thing.
Unfair deaths, CNR.
maybe.
Shut up!
You got me.
Oh, reach
So
the fourth wall.
Yes.
Talking about the game.
Yes, this game breaks the fourth wall. Later, at least.
Sister. Sister.
At what
Correcchio.
point does the character say, "Hey, Rashawn, let's see my animated"?
Never. Never.
Huh?
Never.
Sister.
Absolutely never.
That's right. Therefore, from an anthropological point of view,
Oh no, what the hell?
yes.
No, the communists are winning.
On the. Yeah, Russia.
I
Yeah.
thought you loved communism.
What was that?
What? No, that's the other way around.
He likes totalitarianism. Play in a word, find out a word.
It is a word.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Alright, finally. Thank God this fucking widow is gonna get destroyed in peace.
That's right.
That is dead. That is dead.
Are you talking about yourself or something else?
Wrong.
Humanity
Not
is
myself.
beautiful.
No.
It's punishment time!
Wow, look at the frame rate. Honestly.
Time for punishment. Oh, this is torture.
Yes.
I like it.
Look, it's Temujin's cauldron.
Now they're cooking her alive.
This is stupid.
Maybe anime too.
Faggot. Faggot. Food for you, Venom.
Oh, Gory!
How can this be? Yay!
That's right!
Hey,
Eh?
well now. Wah, wah, wah,
You?
I told you. What's the point?
Eh?
Oh yeah. So long. Farewell.
Always messing around. Of course!
But
You're right.
Going to do his best.
You're right.
Okay,
Hmm?
that's right. Got a minute?
Oh.
Actually,
Honda.
But
Well, you know.
Shit. How rude! But you know,
I believe in you.
okay. Well, of course. Hey,
How exciting!
no way!
you all right?
Hey. Okay.
Oh.
You're so dumb.
Huh?
Because I'm a liar. But
right?
nuh-uh. Because hey,
Honda.
Damn it.
This is depressing.
Yes. Discord.
Is she hard to carry, Gonta?
No, she fine.
She's sleeping very peacefully.
she's all tuckered out after crying. Robots sleep well after leaking their oils too, right?
I have told you many times that I do not use oil as my fuel source.
But wow, that really surprised me. She passed out as soon as she stopped crying.
Yeah, but she looks so peaceful sleeping like that.
She probably felt better after letting it all out, don't you think?
Yeah, I hope so.
Then Gonta carry Himiko to her room.
Make sure you focus real good on your back, you hear me? You'll need that focus if you want to feel her little mosquito bites poking ya!
There's no way he'd do such a thing. Gonta is a gentleman after all.
Huh?
Well...
That's a good one.
Is this a savings point?
Oh, it's the chapter's gonna end in about a few minutes.
Got it.
Okay.
Just a foreshadow.
Got it. Damn it! I don't have time to be dying. I still haven't gone into space yet. Damn it. No way am I gonna die here. No way.
To be trumped.
Hey there. Guess I don't have to introduce myself, huh? I get that this is probably pretty confusing, seeing yourself like this. Guess I should start from the beginning. That's the way it is. Now, Monokuma probably already told you this, but just in case. This killing game will continue until there are only 2 people left. Now, the important part of that rule is that... Oh, there is one more.
No, I didn't see this part when I was watching the game.
Well, the truth is, this isn't your first. Anyone who finds out who you are is gonna come for you. So watch your back. Trust no one. And never forget. You wanted this killing game, so you have to win, no matter what. No matter what.
Oh god. The hour of dialogue?
Wrong.
Yes.
Wrong. Well, there it is. Chapter 3 been finished. Sam was taken down.
How many more chapters?
There are 3 chapters remaining. Whoops. 3 chapters remaining. There it is. Space Mountain has been rode. Yeah! And, I got 2 things to say. I just alt-tabbed to look at my taskbar. Fuck Bobby B. Because he is a fool and a dense fag. Yeah! Alright. I win the title. Not any of these fags like Bobby B from Illinois. Yeah! Woo! See ya for the 4th class trial.